On Fox 26 tonight, new details on what may have led to that massive chemical fire. A lot of people remember it was back in March. It happened in Deer Park. Our Ivory Hecker has now obtained copies of 4 citations against ITC filed by the government. She's live tonight in Deer Park to explain. Ivory.
Jonathan, the space behind me where the chemical fire raged nearly 7 months ago is now just a dirt field. This section of the ITC tank farm far from being rebuilt. And as these OSHA citations indicate, their legal battles are also far from over. As autumn arrives in Deer Park, Intercontinental Terminals Company is in the midst of negotiations with OSHA over a proposed penalty of $53,000. OSHA says that fine is being levied against the chemical tank farm as a consequence of committing 4 serious safety violations.
It's not right. Something has to change.
Sharon Rhodes says her health has never fully recovered after she was hospitalized with symptoms following a visit to Deer Park in which she spent several hours in close proximity to the giant plume of black smoke from the ITC fire.
I was at Bayshore Hospital for 3 weeks. Life support.
She's joined a class action lawsuit against ITC. Bill Ogden and Shawn Fox represent about 5,000 people who filed the lawsuits against the tank farm in the aftermath of the March chemical fire that raged for 4 days. The attorneys say they plan to use the OSHA citations against ITC as evidence in the suit. The first of 4 violations listed as serious says the employer failed to ensure the foam generating equipment at the tank farm was protected against fire exposure.
Their foam suppression system wasn't in an area that could handle a fire, so it's hard to suppress that fire if your system burns up in that fire.
The second citation says ITC did not implement written procedures to maintain the ongoing integrity of the process equipment that exposed employees to fire hazard. The third citation says ITC failed to inspect and test the piping on the naphtha tank where the fire originated. And the fourth citation says the piping connected to that tank was too thin and the employer failed to correct that deficiency.
Because it was so thin, it melted in the fire, causing a bigger fire. And then the fire spread up the line.
An ITC spokesperson told me today it's important to note that these are not willful or repeat violations on the company's part, and, quote, safety has always been and will continue to be a core value of ITC. We are live from Deer Park. Ivory Hecker, Fox 26 News.